Okay, well, this is the final moment. We've come from 245 cars, 18 classes. We've had over 5,000 photographs, over 200 videos, and now we are down to the best in show. It's been an amazing concours, and I hope everyone who's been watching the videos, following us on social, visiting the website, have had as much fun from it as I know that we have. It's been hard work, but I think what we've put together in a very short space of time, really, has been something which we're very proud of, and we hope you are too. So we are now we've had the final five, and I'm going to ask David to talk through with Dave the final five contenders and the 3, 2, 1 of Best in Show.
Okay, Dave. So first of all, if you could just give a very brief overview of what you were looking for as head judge with the other judges.
Well, as the head judge, my job is to herd cats. We have a number of very qualified individuals who are looking at all the cars, and many of them judged in multiple other classes as well. We were looking for not necessarily elegance. So this wasn't a concours of elegance. Elegance was only one of the features in these classes. So provenance, history of the car, all the information that we could glean from the owner's descriptions, from the photographs, and most all of us had seen multiples of these cars at other times at other venues, and especially with this class, there's a few of them that had been out and about and had been seen at other classes or were well-known cars. So it's from the heart. It's not just from the more feelings, more emotional about which car you think should win first class than the technical side. So it's not about the heads of the screws and the bolts being in the right place and everything else. It's more from the heart. So we were able to kind of get to that very, very fast, because everyone who judged in this class had judged in a previous class and kind of gotten instructions before.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good way of doing it. And you got to a short list of 5 cars, hadn't you?
Yeah. I can actually tell you what the short list is. It's and in alphabetical class order. Class C, cars of the Art Deco era. Our winner in that class was a 1939 Delahaye 165 by Fagoni and Fallaci. A car that's owned by the Mullen Automobile Museum, a beautiful, beautiful car. David, have you known that car before, or is that something that you?
I have. I've seen it at the Mullen. I've seen it at a couple of Concours. I know Peter very well, and we've been chatting to him about it. Fabulous car, isn't it?
Yeah, really. We have 2 French cars in our finalists, and both of them are just absolutely, just beauty, elegance, and style, and everything that came out of the French coach builders. This was, you could say, for each period, the best of the best. Our second car by class is Class G, concept cars of the 1970s, and that's a Lancia Stratos Zero, owned by a private collection. The Stratos Zero was one of those cars that made the cover of just about every car magazine. Massimo, one of our judges, told a story about how when the designer of the car was invited somewhere, he drove through the gate by going under the gate, to talk to the people who were potentially going to hire him for more styling.
An amazing machine.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've never seen it in the metal either. But that was the 1970 Turin motor show car, wasn't it? And it got all the headlines, as you say. Incredible.
Yeah, not a practical car by any stretch of the imagination, but kind of one of I can't think of a more wedge car. And so from the 1970s, a wedge is a perfect example of 70s design. And then on to Class L, which is a tribute to Sir Sterling Moss, a 1955 Mercedes-Benz SLR. This kind of, this is the car that has it all. It has the history, it has the romance, and of course, Sir Sterling recently passed. It's just a fascinating car that, if you watch the video that we just completed a little bit ago, we spent an awful lot of time talking about that car. There's endless words to be said, so maybe we should just stop right here and not say anything more, because there's if you have a chance to read about the car and find out about the car, you should.
That's very true.
Yeah. On to our next class, which is Class M, Le Mans, 1961-1970. 1970 Porsche 917K, also from a private collection. The first Porsche to win Le Mans.
What more can you say?
Yeah.
Again, that was phenomenal. And it won in the most atrocious conditions, didn't it? It was pouring with rain. I think it started raining about 5:30. The race starts at 4 p.m. 5:30 p.m. it was raining. 8 p.m. it was torrential. And it didn't stop. And that knocked out so many cars. But this just kept going. It had a misfire. They kept it going through so many accidents and near misses. And this was a hairy car to drive.
This was a car that was known for separating the incredibly talented from the merely talented. It was that tough to drive. And you're right. I mean, a great story as well. Then we also have from Class P, which was the winner takes it all. We had the 1948 Talbot Lago T26 Grand Sport Fastback, also with coach work by Fagone and Falache. I'm sorry, I've been corrected too many times on that. So actually, my personal favorite car was this Talbot Lago. It just kind of had everything for me, beautiful car, beautiful design. This car also another fantastic history. So
yeah, I mean,
there's our short list.
Yeah, you can't not like any of those cars really, and really we need to know our top three. But third place first, Dave. Talk us through it.
Virtual drum roll for our virtual third place winner.
Like that.
Yeah, really. The Porsche 917, well deserved. A car that everyone who has the time should take a look at. Not only the video that we've done concerning that and the other finalist, but also should read about the car. It started as you would say a dynasty, as I would say a dynasty of Porsche winning at Le Mans. It was, it proved, and this was a privateer car. This was not a factory entered car. It was actually entered by a very well-connected dealer group. But, and like you said, won against all the odds. It was the dogged determination car that got through where others didn't make it for various did not finishes or shunts or whatever. So a fantastic choice.
Yep. Love it. Absolutely love it. So number two, second place, Dave.
Okay. That goes to our Lancia Stratos Zero. I almost called it a Lancia Stratos Junior. That would have been a real mistake. Stratos Zero. Quite a car. Like I said, it set the design world on fire, probably is the best way to describe it. And it was kind of proof of concept for a number of different cars that came out around the same time. Lamborghini Countach is one that, if you look at the profile of this car and the profile of the Countach, if you can believe it, the Countach is the more so we say staid of the two examples, and there's nothing staid about a Lamborghini Countach. Another sport car, or sporting car, or sports car, whichever you want to call it, has come in second.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? It's quite different from the traditional Concours, but it feels right. And let's see what comes in at number one then. First place, Dave, go for it.
The Mercedes 300 SLR. So it's a clean sweep for sport cars as opposed to the two French cars, which were beautiful and elegant and deserving of every single accolade they get. But the 300 SLR is pretty much in a class by itself. It's a legendary car, legendary story, legendary driver. It has that kind of worldwide appeal. Even though a German car with a British driver, you think that maybe it would just be that part of the world that would love the story. But the stories surrounding the car. It's legend. I mean, it's a national treasure and was driven by a national treasure. So, a very, very tough car to compete against. A number of the judges were, we did get an overwhelming choice for first, and a number of judges were just absolutely adamant that this was the top car. And so, like I said, unfortunately for our two French entrants, they didn't finish in the money here. But like I said, I wish we had, co-awards to give out in some ways that we could do a little bit more. But they all won awards in their class. So there are no losers in the Concours Virtual. So there we are.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your custodianship of all of the judges for herding cats, as you said. I think it's been an amazing result, as you said. Very different, Dave, from a typical Concours d'Elegance, but we did set a very broad view of what should be the best car: provenance, beauty, and I think actually many people would say there is beauty in the function that was 722 as well. So I think a worthy winner in this year of Sir Sterling Mott's death as well. So I think congratulations to the Mercedes-Benz Museum, who look after it, is the custodian of one of the most important cars in the world, which has become our Concours Virtual winner. Thank you all. I hope you've enjoyed the day, and we'll keep all of the content on the website for a while. So, and there's a lot of great content on there. Please browse, and remember, after all, this was for UNICEF. So if you do get the opportunity, please go to the Just Giving page. That's the last time I will ask you to do so, but hopefully your generosity will reflect that of the Concours. Thank you very much, and goodbye.